Hari Om. Let us now continue our study of this interesting chapter. We will now enter verse 5, shloka number 5, which tells us that Daivi Sampat leads to moksha and Asuri Sampat leads to bondage. Let's read this verse first, shloka first, and then move forward. Krishna says, Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibandhaya Surimata. Then he says, Mashucha Sampadam Daivim Abhijatosi Pandava. Very interesting verse. Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibandhaya Surimata Mashucha Sampadam Daivim Abhijatosi Pandava. Daivi Sampat, the spiritual wealth. Vimokshaya is for freedom. Asuri, the wealth, if it may be called so, of an asura. Asuri of an asura. Nibandhaya is for bondage. Mata is considered to be Pandava, O son of Pandu. Ma Shuchah, do not grieve. This should trigger our memory of another great verse, the 66th verse, in which Lord Krishna says, Moksha Yishyami Ma Shuchah. O son of Pandu, Ma Shuchah, do not grieve. Daivim Sampadam, the spiritual wealth, Abhijataha Asi. You are born to. Krishna lays the foundation here for that verse. O son of Pandu, Ma Shuchaha, do not grieve. Why? Because Daivim Sampadam, the spiritual wealth, Abhijataha Asi. You are born to. Spiritual wealth is considered to be for freedom, while the wealth of an asura for bondage. Pandava, Arjuna, do not grieve. Do not grieve. Well, that's the undercurrent of Krishna's teaching all through the Gita. Ma shuchaha, na anushochanti panditaha. Do not grieve. You are born to the spiritual wealth. Krishna is bringing to mind Arjuna's own Daivi Sampats. We must also remember that Krishna was telling Arjuna that he was born of a mantra that Kunti Devi chanted to invoke Indra, Lord Indra. And Arjuna is Indra's son. The accomplishments of a Deva, Daivi Sampati, are for the purpose of freeing oneself, moksha. The prefix V here, Vimokshaya, V, here is for emphasis. Nobody wants to be free from something that is desirable, isn't it? Freedom implies bondage, without which there is no freedom. What is this bondage? It can be physical and it can also be emotional. There are things that I cannot leave, even though I think that I have them. In fact, they have me. In the beginning, perhaps I held them, but in time they begin to hold me. In a prison, though you are physically bound, you need not feel bound. The entire physical world, including your own physical body, mind, and senses, should not be able to bind you. The freedom you are seeking is from the original bondage. The notion, I am bound, expressing as I am wanting, I am limited, I am mortal, I am other than Ishvara. The moment you see yourself as different from anything, there is fear and a sense of bondage. The moment you see yourself different from anything, there is fear and a sense of bondage. The one who sees no division, the one who sees no division is free, not only from fear, but from everything. Not only from fear, but from everything. The moksha you are seeking here is not any relative moksha within samsara that will only last for some time, but from samsara. Very important and nice line. The moksha you are seeking here is not any relative moksha within samsara. No, that moksha will only last for some time. But it is moksha from samsara itself that we are seeking. This Daivi Sampati is the basis for jnana that is moksha. This Daivi Sampati is the basis for jnana that is moksha. The earlier line, the moksha you are seeking here is not any relative moksha within samsara that will only last for some time, but moksha from samsara. Help me to remember what Albert Einstein said. He said, you cannot solve a problem at the level of the problem itself. You have to rise above the level of the problem to solve that problem. I may not have quoted Einstein verbatim, but this is the message. You cannot solve a problem at the level of the problem itself. You have to rise above the level of the problem to solve that problem. This line, this Daivi Sampat, is the basis for jnana, that is moksha. Jnana itself is considered moksha. Why? Because the Upanishad says so. Brahmavida apnoti param. Says the Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahmananda Valli. Brahmavit apnoti param. Instantaneously. Jnana is moksha. The Asuri Sampati, on the other hand, is meant for bondage. It does not create bondage. Because the notion of bondage already exists. But with these characteristics of Asuri Sampati, the bondage is perpetuated. That's the point. The Asuri Sampat, on the other hand, is meant for bondage. It does not create bondage. No. Because the notion of bondage already exists. But with these characteristics of Asuri Sampati, the bondage is perpetuated. To get released from samsara, we require Daivi Sampat. But to remain in it, in samsara, we require Asuri Sampat. Though it is not mentioned, Shankara includes Rakshasi Sampat in his commentary. Though it is not mentioned, Shankara includes Rakshasi Sampat in his commentary. A Rakshasa is someone from whom you have to protect things. A Rakshasa is someone from whom you have to protect things. Your belongings, self-respect, children, your very life, even your punya. Someone who does not even allow you to perform good actions is called a Rakshasa. Someone who does not even allow you to perform good actions is called a Rakshasa. Rakshasi Sampati is not really much different from Asuri Sampati. So, only Asuri Sampat is discussed here. Whenever we make divisions like this, people wonder to which category they belong. Their antenna go up. This self-judgment is our natural tendency. This self-judgment is our natural tendency. Arjuna may have been the same. Hey, to which group do I belong? To group A or to group D? To reassure him, Krishna says here, Ma shuchaha, ma shuchaha. Do not grieve, worry. If we analyze ourselves, we all find that we have some Daivi Sampati and some Asuri Sampati. Arjuna is no exception. Krishna does not want him to entertain any doubt about his qualifications. And so he tells him, you are born to Daivi Sampat. You are born to Daivi Sampat. And in addressing him as Pandava, he reminds him that he is the son of Pandu, a great man, and hence has all the virtues of a Deva, which equip him for moksha. His lineage assures him of moksha. Now, after assuring Arjuna, because Arjuna must have, with bated breath, waited for Krishna's verdict, as it were. What was Krishna going to say about me? Where do I stand in the whole scheme of things? Must have been Arjuna's thought. And Krishna addressed it clearly to bring comfort, to comfort Arjuna by saying, Mashucha sampadam devim abhijatosi pandava. Very choicefully used words by Vyasacharya or Krishna. Doesn't matter. Very choicefully used words. There's a lot of psychology involved. We are dealing with a psyche that is battered by emotional upheavals. Such a psyche requires reassuring from time to time. Now, Krishna is going to continue to talk about Asuri Sampati. The portions that are coming are very relevant to modern thinking, especially the whole corporate mentality and market psychology. The corporate mentality is expressed as, today I got this, tomorrow I will get that. And the psychology of the market is how to convince someone to part with his money. All that is being discussed. The corporate mentality is expressed as, today I got this, tomorrow I will get that. And the psychology of the market is how to convince someone to part with his money. All that is being discussed, which we will pick up in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward of this important section that's coming up. Until then, Hari Om. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantimapnuyad Shanto Mucceta Bandhebhyah Muktaschanyan Vimochayet Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।